Back in 1939, during the Dust Bowl era and the Great Depression, the Idaho Soil and Water Conservation Commission was created to help control soil erosion in Idaho. Hugh Hammond Bennett was the father of the soil conservation movement in the United States. He encouraged all of the states to step up and deal with soil erosion issues. In Idaho, soil surveys showed that 27.2 million acres, or half the state, had soil erosion issues. There also were erosion issues in forests and rangelands. The first order of business for the Conservation Commission was to work with the FCS to establish local soil and water conservation districts around the state. The first districts were formed where civilian conservation corps' camps already existed, in places like Moscow, Pocatello, Emmett, and Weiser. It was crucial to form local districts because the FCS could not spend federal funds on conservation projects until districts had been formed. The notion of conserving topsoil was accepted by farmers and government officials. Perhaps Hugh Bennett put it best: take care of the land, and the land will take care of you. The four-way partnership between the SCS, the Conservation Commission, local soil and water conservation districts, and local landowners quickly emerged as a creative way to fund and implement conservation projects. Landowners liked doing conservation projects because they were voluntary and they helped the land. Initially, conservation projects were drawn up to address the impacts of flooding in crop fields and ditch banks, build irrigation systems, conserve irrigation water, manage livestock grazing, and provide contour leveling of farm fields. By the mid-1960s, 51 local conservation districts had been formed statewide. Now the entire state had local ag-related conservation programs in place in every county. The advent of new environmental laws in the 1970s brought big changes to the soil and water conservation work. The Environmental Protection Agency was created, and the Clean Water Act required states to identify polluted waters and develop solutions to clean them up. Sediment runoff from farms, ranches, and forest lands was identified as a significant issue. The Conservation Commission was designated as the lead state agency to work on agricultural, non-point source pollution issues. A lawsuit by environmental groups caused a federal judge in Seattle to designate 962 streams in Idaho as degraded waters. The Idaho Department of Environmental Quality set new pollution standards, and the Conservation Commission was tasked with writing water quality implementation plans to address those issues on agricultural lands. Nearly 20 years after the court decision, the Conservation Commission has crafted 93 TMDL water quality plans statewide, with 17 more plans in progress this year. The Commission staff works closely with the DEQ to ensure the plans meet state and federal standards. Commission staff and local conservation districts work with private landowners to install best management practices to reduce sediment flows into streams and rivers. Funding for those projects come from multiple sources, including the DEQ, the Conservation Commission, NRCS, and local government. Beyond the water quality plans, the Conservation Commission also provides technical assistance to local districts for other conservation projects, provides low-interest loans to landowners for conservation improvements, reduces groundwater withdrawals in the Snake Plain Aquifer by contracting with farmers to take marginal land out of production, plus works on reducing pollutants from farms in nitrate priority areas by helping landowners with best management practices. Through the four-way partnership, the Commission and its partners work on hundreds of projects statewide every year. These projects include reducing sediment flows and fencing stream banks on a private ranch on Mica Creek near Coeur d'Alene, addressing stream bank erosion and runoff issues along Raft River near Burley, financing a new livestock barn relocation project near Sandpoint with a low-interest loan to contain cattle waste, plus setting up boat inspection stations to prevent invasive mussels from contaminating Idaho's lakes and rivers. All of these projects are led by local districts and implemented by private landowners on a voluntary basis to improve Idaho's environment. Oftentimes, these projects lead to increased crop yields or higher farm income, helping the Idaho economy. In addition, funding from the Conservation Commission and cost-share funds from NRCS for conservation work create jobs and add income to the state economy. As we celebrate the Conservation Commission's 75th anniversary in 2014 and prepare for the challenges of tomorrow, we salute the four-way Conservation Partnership and Idaho's farmers, ranchers, and forest landowners for their role in implementing boots-on-the-ground conservation projects. They are true conservation heroes.